luckily we do go in 1-0 up there, and I'll come to you, P, on this one. The goal, actually, I think it's interesting because Van Dijk and Konate both stay up. That's interesting. And Van Dijk basically tells them to cross it. Like, I don't think Liverpool are really a team who want to cross from there that often, especially when the centre forward's the one doing the crossing, because it's like who's going to be in the middle. But actually Jota does really well and Konate does great. Ironically, Johnson doesn't on this regard. Like he saves that one, doesn't save this one. But I actually think it's a decent little moment for Liverpool. That, like, they get it right. Jota does really well, and it's a very good leap, if nothing else, from Konate.
Yeah, but do you think they put that stat on Sky, didn't they, where like the most first contacts in the league or whatever is Van Dijk, and that doesn't surprise me because it feels like every time we watch a corner it feels like we win every header but don't always make the most of it. Always seems like they're on the way up or on the way down when they do it. So to see like a defender get his head and actually proper put their head through it was obviously nice to see, and it goes in the back of the net. But yeah, it's nice to see. That's also probably what they've been told, that both centre-backs stay up and try and make the most of every moment they can, and we know what Van Dijk can do, and Konate seems to have a purple patch where he scores a few goals in a row, and hopefully that continues because they're both just so good in our box. Why can't they be good in their box as well?
Yeah, I suppose. I was shocked that's his first Premier League goal. Not that I could remember anything, but I just remember Ibou Konaté scoring goals. Then you think back, Champions League, he scored in the FA Cup, of course. Like, first Premier League goal was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it was. I just think Liverpool just smelt blood a little bit on that goal. They just thought they were going to try it because I think they noticed that Wolves weren't looking great at the back there, and that's something Liverpool have been really good over the last few years, especially under Klopp, was knowing when to go for the throat. So when they sense a team struggling a little bit, I just think that's what they did. So they just thought, let's get the ball in the box. But we've had, I think Van Dijk has scored 1 or 2 already this season, hasn't he? That's Konate's second. So, because I thought it was something we really struggled with last year for a team that's got 2 big centre halves like that, and then they've got Kwanzaa in the back. We weren't getting enough goals from set pieces and crosses into the box. So hopefully that's something that'll change this year for us.
I think it's 1 for Virgil, 2 for him. He's got Konate's got the assist against Bournemouth as well. So if your centre halves can chip in, it always helps. Let's stick with Konate then, sorry P, because he scores a very good goal. I think for 89 and a half minutes, Konate's perfect. But we also can't ignore the fact that he has an absolute stinker for the goal. The manager even says, like, you know, when Konate was asking to be why wasn't he man of the match, I think the manager said, well, did he forget? When he just forgot that he was playing football for like 20 seconds or something there. He's been one of our better players this season, but still, he is prone to like the odd little moment here and there. He gets himself needlessly yellow carded not that long after. I think it was described on commentary as like a mad 5 minutes by Gary Neville, I think it was at the time. What did you make of Ibou's overall game? Because, like I say, he probably was man of the match up until the point when he just does that. That's something that, you've got to be better at in that situation as well.
Yeah, I think he seemed confident. That was massive. I think when you feel like that as a defender, you feel like no matter what you do, you're going to get your body in the way. I think that's why he gets the yellow card right after the goal, because he lacked a bit of confidence. He's then trying to prove himself, snatches at it, gets a yellow. But I think for the goal, it looked like Alisson, to me, I might be wrong, it looked like Alisson was saying to him, this was my fault, my bad after it. And I think if Ibou's getting a shout off Ali to lead the ball, then he's right, he should be leaving it, because otherwise that's where it all messes up. So I think that's probably why Konate's come out and said I should have been man of the match, because I think it is man. The one mistake he made was because Alisson's told him to lead the ball. Obviously it looks terrible. We won't know until either of them say it, but I think that's what I could see from watching it, that it looked like Alisson was taking the blame for it. So I think if you look at it that way, they put the stats out that he's got like the most aerial duels, and that's normally Van Dijk's stats, so to have the 2 best in the air, that just shows how great they are. And there was that block he made not long after the yellow card where he clearly made up for it. So yeah, we all know how good Jallo Konate is, but there's no way he gets in the side above Konate at the moment. That's how well he's playing.
Yeah, I think the reason we half back into Ipswich was the manager mentioned the word duels, and ever since he's mentioned it, it's become a little bit of a hot topic. We're all kind of talking about it. Konate won 4 of his 6 aerial contests. He has one or 2 on the ground. Or like, he is definitely winning his duels. Him and Van Dijk in that game were a major part of why Liverpool were able to keep the back door closed. Like I say, the goal, you can blame whoever you want. He should probably just kick it anyway. The second he realises the goalie's not coming, he probably just needs to boot it out and deal with it. But for the most part, he was excellent. He gets his goal, defends really well. Late on, he has that last-ditch tackle, which maybe saves Liverpool's bacon a little bit there. It's weird, isn't it? Because you're sitting here going, he probably was the best player, but the reason he wasn't given that award was because of the goal. Yeah. But yeah, he was excellent again, I thought.
I'm made up to see this Konate back. Last season, I think he looked a bit dubious at times when he was playing. I thought he was poor last season. I think he was getting outpaced by players last season. He should have been. He feels like he's got his afterburners back on. It's not just his defending. He's coming out, he's picking up some great passes, and he's starting up attacks. He's doing everything that we know he can do that he didn't do last season, and it's great to have this Konate back. And you can see it in his personality as well now. Like the interview afterwards, he looks happy playing football. A happy footballer is normally a good footballer, and he looks like well on top with everything right now.
Yeah, I suppose as well is we've got just go back to the goal, like. The physicality of him is brilliant, Pete. Like that's I think is his main attribute is his physicality. He's probably got a little bit more nuance to add to his game, and that'll come. He's a relatively young defender, but the physical gifts are there for us. He leaps like again the goal against Milan. He's miles in the air. This one, his leap's fantastic. Defensively, the same thing. Really quick, like Ian says before. He uses that a lot in this game to his advantage. Really, it never felt like he was ever in trouble up until the point when there's that little miscommunication with Ali.
Yeah, well, I don't even think he was in trouble then either. If he's watching the man, he could have just shepherded it out anyway, but I think overconfident, whatever. But yeah, his heading ability, it is great, because you look at, even if you go back to like a Peter Crouch, where he never seemed to be able to get that much power in his headers, so it's not easy to be able to get your neck behind and get that much power. As we did say, though, Sam Johnson probably should have saved it, so he could work on putting it a little bit more in the corner. But as you say, your centre-back comes with like 5 goals in the season, and we got 2 as good as that, and we're going to be very effective. You look at how good Arsenal are at set pieces, I'd say our 2 centre-backs are pretty better in the air than their 2 centre-backs. So if we can make more, obviously that was a cross on a set piece, but if we can make more of those opportunities, then it's got to add a lot of goals to the season. We only won by 1 goal the other day. Those type of goals can win you games, win you points, and keep you top of the league. He
looked confident as well, don't he? Like even the reference to the post-match interview, when he's laughing around asking why he wasn't man of the match and stuff. I thought the Everton game last season was the epitome of a defender low on confidence. Yeah. This is the complete opposite from Ibou Konaté now. He looks really, really confident. Like I say, even when you're able to brush off a mistake without really letting it kill you, it goes so you must be flying high.
Yeah, yep. That's it. You should giving grief out to Gary Neville and saying I should be man of the match and all that type of stuff. You only do that if you're feeling good, and you watch all those inside training videos, you watch like the FIFA reveal the other day, you see how much of a character he is, and so you want to get that out of him, don't you? Van Dijk's a leader in a different way. You can be a leader by being someone who's fun to be around, and because he's not a captain or whatever, that's exactly what you want to see. So yeah, he must be feeling very confident, and as we said before, that block he does after the yellow card shows that it snaps straight back in for him, and that's massive as well.